Woo! Hello, we're live. All right, Positive High Talk Story coming up right now. So, beautiful day here, Elk Grove, California. Oof, hello, Dani of Original Strength. We are here, ready. What's up, Fern? All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Wait, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, sunshine. I love it.
Hi.
What's up, dude?
How's it going?
Very good. I'm out here, sunny Elk Grove, California. We are doing our shelter in place here. Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good. It looks so pretty there.
I know, dude.
Our sun just came out, so it is nice and green
Nice.
and blue.
No, actually, it was pretty cold and kind of a little overcast a little bit, but like it fully cleared up like right around like 12:15. The sun just started beaming. I was like, yes, perfect.
Hey, yes, so go ahead.
No, yeah, I just appreciate you coming on my Positive High Talk Story action, you know, because I always love talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Always good vibes with you. So.
Well, I'm excited to talk too. So thanks for having me.
Yeah. So So basically, Positive High Talk Story is my whole oh, look at that bee. Hello, Mr. B. My whole thing as far as sharing my circle with my friend circles, right? So basically, we have people we know, people you know, and kind of we have our intermingling of friends. Hey, what's up, Princess of the Dogs? Yes. And Positive High Talk Story is us just organically just sharing your energy with each other and also sharing your energy with our friends who are on our spaces as far as Original Strength, Positive High System, and all the good stuff. And Talking Story back home in Hawaii is basically organic conversation. Yeah. What happens, you know, at the beach with friends and family, we're hanging out. So that's just what I want to bring is the Hawaii vibe of just freely talking story. Yeah. Which today, there's no real structure, but the main structure I want to do is, what's up, Felix? One of my best friends from Hawaii. Yeah, he's actually one of the first people I met at University of Hawaii back in 03, freshman year of college, dude. So, still friends to this day. But yeah, so talking story, like I said, sharing the positive high. No real structure. The only structure I have is want to get to know you even a little better as far as your upbringing, as far as your positive high as a child, positive high coming up the ranks through your life, and also your positive high now. And diving deep into Original Strength, how you got into Original Strength, this movement, this practice, this philosophy of life, and also how it's helping you with this whole COVID-19 action. As far as, you know, we spoke earlier on, you know, DM and stuff, and I believe that pressing reset is needed big time because this also, for me, I've been pressing reset since, 2015, you know what I'm saying? And it actually helps with just daily life, just getting my nervous system correct and just feeling good, right? Yeah. But yeah, so for people who are not familiar with you, Dani, you know, where you're from, who you are, what you do now, and yeah, real quick, just talk story real quick. Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Well, hi guys. I'm Dani Almeyda, and I live in North Carolina. I live in a town that's called Fuquay Varina. You try to spell it, and it is a tricky one. So, but it's in the middle of North Carolina, right by Raleigh. Originally from Chicago, and ended up here in the South and absolutely love it. I've got a husband. He's a firefighter in the area, as well as 2 little kids that are 5 and 7 years old. And so now with all of the COVID stuff, been doing some homeschooling. And as far as me personally, I am one of the owners of Original Strength, which is a movement re-education company. And I'll go more into what that is, I guess. But I also am the owner of a gym called Original Strength Institute, which is now closed because of the coronavirus. But we've moved all online. And so we have a pretty big and growing online platform called OSI Online. Does that help?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so that's like the only like real spiel I have as far as like when my guests come on. But yeah, so kind of getting into you as a person growing up in Chicago, do you have any specific movement, practice, or even just like a positive high, like growing up and stuff? Any specific fun stuff you love to do back home?
Yeah, so back home and pretty much my entire through my entire youth, I was an athlete. I started out with like ice skating and basketball, and then I became very, very heavily involved with volleyball. I was a pretty competitive athlete with the sport, and I played in college. So I kind of was very, very dedicated to the sport for a long time. Went into college playing on a scholarship here in North Carolina. I played a libero, which is like the back row, little like scrappy spot in the end. I totally missed playing volleyball, but also while I was playing, it just like kind of chewed up my body, which kind of led me to where I am now. So, I mean, I still love the sport, but I had a lot of injuries, and I wish that I did what I did now then.
Yeah, yeah.
But volleyball was definitely my my happy place, and met a lot of great, wonderful teammates that I'm still in really good contact with. So that's pretty awesome.
Nice. So yeah, I like what you said about you wish you kind of knew what you knew as far as original strength, or just in general with the whole training scope, because it's like now you can help the youth coming up, or even just people who want to do it recreationally. It's like, hey, I know this is your positive high. Let me help you get better, build this resilient body and mind to continue with this positive high. Yeah. So that's what I kind of do with my clients too. Not only most of them come in for health and well-being, also fat loss and muscle gain and everything, but I kind of have that goal, also have their goal of a positive high, like what is something you love doing back in the day that you want to do again, or is something that you love doing now. So we're going to focus on getting you stronger and better in order to engage in your positive high. And I think original strength and resets and just strength training and resilience training in general is going to just feed it. Everything feeds everything. That's been my mantra lately. Yeah. So
yeah,
but yeah, it's just
all connected.
Yeah, it's all connected. As far as like volleyball and everything, like was it did you just happen to stumble upon it, or was it more of like your parents like, hey, she looks like she'll be pretty good volleyball, let's have her do some volleyball?
No, I with volleyball, I just got exposed to it. I saw, other kids playing, and I was like, I want to play that sport. I played basketball pretty competitively, and then left, like, and basketball was more of like, hey, my dad was like, I'll coach, you want to play? And but with volleyball, I don't know, I saw it, and I was like, I'm gonna play volleyball. And so just jumped right in. And I would say, you had kind of asked, like, as far as something that I wish I had known then. Like I said, I wish I would have trained like I did now. The thing is back then, like, as an athlete, I think a lot of athletes experience this, is like your identity, or your thing can sometimes become your identity. And so I was a volleyball player, I was an athlete, and so when I got injured, I didn't know what to do with myself, and I was like either pushing myself like too far and not listening to my body, and would go and go and go until I was totally broken. Or then when I finally had to stop, then I was like, well, what now? Like, where's my worth now? I didn't know where it was at that time. So, I have coached young volleyball teens, and that is something that I've definitely put a lot of emphasis on, is like knowing that your identity is not your sport, but also that you need to listen to your body, and that, it's better to rest than to push through and destroy yourself.
Yeah, actually, I got hooked on a couple months ago. Have you ever seen Friday Night Tykes? Have you seen that show on Netflix? Yeah, so basically they just followed this this very competitive like little league football league in Texas. Texas football's life, right? So I think they're like 78-year-olds, but they were like pushing them like they're like NFL players, right? So then they had the Friday Night Tykes like after show reunion. And they're talking about, head injuries and all the other stuff. But they also talked about identity. It's like when you start pushing these kids as far as like, 7 or 8, their whole life is football, football, football. But it's like there's only a small percentage of kids or athletes that's going to go to college to play football. An even smaller percentage of kids that from college are going to go to NFL. So it's like what happens when a child's identity is this sport? What happens afterwards, right? So it's like that's super powerful that you said that. It's like you got to kind of remember, like, okay, yes, you're you play volleyball, but that's not everything that's within you, right? So yeah, no, that's super powerful. So that actually got me thinking about the whole Friday Night Tykes action with the kids and everything like that. Because yeah, that's totally crazy. Hey, what's up? How's it going?
This is
Enjoying the
Jocelyn.
sunshine? I like that. What's up? How's it going?
We are. How you doing? Doing good.
Yeah. What are you doing? Just playing around, enjoying the sun?
She's playing around. She wants the swing back.
Getting kicked out.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
No, it's cool. But I just want to kind of transition. Like, how's the homeschooling and stuff been? Because I have Elijah, so we got him on like we're actually got him a little homeschooling curriculum and stuff. We're doing we're doing a live with my capoeira instructor every Tuesday, Thursdays at 10 a.m. West Coast time. So yeah, he actually jumps on with me for like the first like 15, 20 minutes for capoeira. But and then we have him do like workbooks and stuff. But how's the whole homeschooling stuff been, or home quarantine been with the kids?
Yeah, that's been really interesting. We like last week I was kind of like, honestly, just everybody, it was just so weird last week, and so we weren't really on a routine. And this weekend came around, and I was like, I gotta get the kids on a routine. I gotta be on a routine. Yeah. So I like wrote out like, hey, this is kind of our time frames of like, this is when we're gonna try to like work on our school stuff, and this is when we're gonna like have, and I don't know that I really had to be this structured, but I was pretty structured with like, this is our creative time, we're gonna go outside. It has helped my kids so much to be able to see, like, and they go on there and they're like, oh, okay, we got to be ready. And so like I even set my, like, we have an Amazon Alexa in the house, and I set Alexa to play like the Saved by the Bell song first thing in the morning, like when it's time for school to start. So like they're like dancing, they're like, yeah, we gotta be ready for school. But yeah, so routine has been really important for us. And then we've just been like trying to kind of reinforce different skills like for their grade level, plus then getting them out and moving. And we just keep mixing between movement and academic skill as far as like the actual educational side of things for their curriculum kind of thing. But it's working.
No, yeah,
so far.
Like, yeah, the first week when everything went down, like, luckily we closed our home in Elk Grove, which is right outside of Sacramento. Okay. But then once the Bay Area went on lockdown, we were like, oh, dude, let's just move, go up and shelter up in our home. So we actually have a backyard and stuff here. So, so we're doing same thing, half and half. So we do schoolwork for like maybe 45 minutes or so, and then we do movement for 45 minutes, schoolwork again, and then I actually bought them on Amazon. I bought them a slingshot. So
nice.
we've actually been doing slingshot practice and everything like that, and then. Our backyard has a lot of ladybugs, so I had them draw a map. Like today, our stuff was slingshot action, and then I had them draw a map of the backyard. It's like, all right, map out our adventure to find ladybugs, and then we actually like found ladybugs, and we counted how many dots there was on each ladybug and everything, and then we had like a little, okay, we're gonna go through the jungle. All right, watch out for the lions and stuff. So. Yeah, and then I love crawling. Sick. I love crawling, by the way. Shout out, dude. I love his videos, dude. Just crawling all over the place.
Woo! Yeah, for crawling.
yeah. But it actually worked because the first week we were like, I know it's like the unknowns and everything like that. Coming. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck are we gonna? Oh, well, it's my podcast. I can swear however the fuck I want. Totally fine. So it's like oh shit, like what are we gonna do? But then after that, once the schedule came on, it's like, okay, it's getting a little more normal, Yeah.
So. That's what, even with the gym, we've been really working with our members, and kind of last week, I feel like there was this like feeling of grief kind of for a lot of different people of, like not really understanding how it affects, and just kind of like being like in this weird state of, it's sad to see, everything happening around and everything being changed and no control over it, not knowing what's next. Like, it's just such a weird feeling. And so, last week we're kind of like, okay, this is going to be a little funky. We're just going to like, who knows? No one knew what they're doing. And this week has been kind of like, okay, like people are starting to get ready to like make a way around, like figure out what's next. And I think next week is going to be a real like good week for people to like finally like they're going to be sick of just waiting for not, what I mean, just sick of just sitting around and having no plan and not feeling good about it. So I think next week will be a really good week for a lot of people.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Like the first week is like kind of, what the hell's going on? Then this week's kind of getting your bearings, and the following week is like, okay, cool. Let's actually create and like actually use this time to be productive and, you know, spend time with family, get a schedule down, and all the good stuff. And then I guess we can segue into original strength for some of my friends and family members who are not familiar with OS and everything. Can you kind of explain what is original strength, philosophy, and all the good stuff?
Yeah, so original strength is, like I said before, a movement education system. And basically what that means is that we teach fitness professionals, healthcare professionals, people from all different backgrounds. We teach people how to move better or help patients or clients move better by tapping into their nervous system. And we call that pressing reset. And when we say pressing reset, we're basically going through the developmental sequence or a set of sequence and movements that we did as babies. So, you know, the very first thing a baby does when they pop out is they start breathing, right, or crying. And so what we do is we teach people how to breathe appropriately, I guess, not maybe just more effectively, because a lot of us tend to breathe up into our chest. So we help people breathe deep down into their belly and remember how to engage the diaphragm. And then we get our head control action. So for a baby, like the first thing, you know, the baby starts breathing, and then, you know, hopefully all of you guys have seen a baby or maybe held a baby or had a baby. But, you know, you see your baby and they've got the wobbly head. They're establishing head control. We help individuals go back and tap into establishing head control as adults. And then we move into rolling patterns. So rolling around on the floor, getting moving in that way, starting to really kind of tie the center together. So we believe the body is an X and works all in one big piece. And a lot of times, unfortunately, we focus a little bit more on segments of the body instead of the entire body as one. So once we get our rolling in, we start getting rocking in on our hands and knees and rocking. And you see babies do this and kids do this all the time as a self-soothing thing and as just a way to gain strength. And then we start crawling. So we start crawling around. We start getting that pattern solidified, which is our gait pattern, so that we can walk and run and skip and march and sprint and do all that sort of fun stuff. So long story short, we take people back through simple movements that tap into the nervous system and allow their nervous system to chill out a little bit, de-stress, and unlock their body. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because I actually, especially with the whole nervous system part, with the whole, like I said, with last week, like everything going all crazy, that's when I found myself like pressing reset even more. It's kind of working on my breath, doing my earthing practice even more, and then just kind of just being on the floor, just kind of rolling around. And like I always tell people, it's like the floor is kind of like a big massage roller or a foam roller, right? So just rolling on the ground just feels super good, like especially if you have tension and everything. And then once we say like the resets within the resets, so once you're doing the head control and everything, we're breathing through the movement, kind of getting that mind-body connection, kind of feeling like if you're tense up here, it's kind of breathe through it with the rolling patterns and stuff like that. So yeah, I found myself actually like just automatically just pressing reset even more. You know what I'm saying? Because I already do it as a habit. But as far as like, especially last week, I was like, oh man, I feel it. So I was actually felt more inclined to do more resets, right? So.
Oh yeah. But, you know, for our gym members, we've been trying to do a lot of like movement breaks throughout the days, and we'll set like a clock and say, hey, we're going to do like a guided movement break. Let's all like meet on Zoom at 10:30. And I ran one on Tuesday, and I was feeling pretty stressed on Tuesday, and I had already done my resets and moved that morning, but like the stress was definitely setting in still. And I did a follow along reset, and I laid down and I started breathing, and I just was like, wow, I needed this. Like, you know, and I also instinctively, like I make time for movement every day, but like at that moment, like all I needed was to just chill out and just breathe and not think, not worry about anything. It's just to just lay there and breathe. And I think it's really hard sometimes to just like give ourselves that space to like take our breath and be quiet with ourselves. But it's more important now than ever to give ourselves the space, even when we're in that same space, right? It seems like, if you, especially for those that are, in their home all day, it's hard to like be like, well, I'm not doing anything, or it's like I'm at my house, it's like, but you need to just like lay down on the floor and just focus on where your breath is and how it feels, and release tension and bring in the good energy.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, like, for OS and everything, that's one thing that kind of drew me to you guys, as far as even just sticking with you guys, is just not only the movement aspect and like educational aspect of it, but the whole family and ohana aspect to it. Like, I actually felt like you guys cared. You know what I'm saying? You guys weren't just like, okay, we're gonna teach you this. Here's a cert. Okay, follow us on Instagram, tag us, or follow us on social media, tag us. So you guys actually, the Facebook group, all the other stuff, it's very, you guys are very interactive, and you guys you guys care. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what actually like drew me to even just like stick with you guys even more and more and more, and just like dive deep within OS. It's like, because some companies, and not only for health and fitness, but just companies in general, it's like, oh, join the family. But it's like they just throw that word family around like it's nothing. But you guys, is like, once you're in, you're like, all right, what do you need? We got you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's just what I say. Like, thanks to like you and Tim and like this rest of the crew. Like, not only, even if people aren't certified professionals, or who we didn't go through the workshop, like all the stuff you guys share, like it's 100% like you guys just want to help people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then I had this thought when I was doing one of my online clients who I see live, but we transition obviously online. And then basically he was like, oh yeah, it's like, he told me technically, like, basically he could do it on his own, but he just with me because he just likes my energy, and he likes just being with me, and I said vice versa. Like, I just love training with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a powerful thing, as far as like, especially people coming up, new personal trainers, new health and fitness coaches. It's like, number one, you gotta care.
Yeah.
You gotta actually show care, not only for yourself, because you gotta do self-improvement and growth for yourself, but you also gotta care for the person in front of you, and also like don't take anyone for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like, if everyone walking through the doors to come see you, like that's their conscious choice. It's like, hey, I'm gonna get up, get in my car, drive, get to the gym, or even like now online. Like, people here, thank you guys for being here. They probably saw me live, or they saw Original Strength live. I'm gonna join. I'm making a conscious decision to join this live, to actually be in front of other people. So yeah, I think that's just like super powerful, just being appreciative and being self-aware of like this. People are making the choice to be in front of you or be with you. Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know how I got there, but yes.
I agree
Yeah.
though, 100%.
So, but then like this whole like stay-at-home shelter stuff actually got me thinking too. Is like, we do take just face-to-face interaction for granted, dude. Like for my one of the contrimestrias Baris in the UK, he posted this beautiful thing about it was him and his friend at our workshop at one of our hodas, one of our games and stuff. He talked about how the conversation between the movement conversation between capoeira, and how it's so powerful, not only with the movement conversation, but also the conversation with people in general. It's like, because for hodas we have the whole band playing, everyone in a circle, people clapping along, you feel the energy, right? It's like, at that moment, like, I kind of took it for granted too. You know what I'm saying? Because I was there. But now that I see it on Instagram and everyone just clapping, playing, it's like, man, we can't even get together anymore, dude. Because then this whole stay-at-home shelter stuff, right? So now, hopefully, through this whole thing, and I'm convinced, like, even before this whole stay-at-home shelter thing went down, I'm convinced. I kept on telling everyone, like, this is for the betterment of us as a society, us as a human race. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, shit's going down, but shit's going down because we're being awoken to realize like what we actually had and what we actually have, right? Yeah. So yeah.
What's crazy is that it's not just here in the U.S. or in one part of the U.S. Like, it is literally the world, and I was talking to someone in the UK the other day, and then someone else in Australia, and I was apologizing to someone in Australia because I hadn't been able to respond to them at the time in a timely manner, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, listen, I get it, like I'm there too, like, you know. And it's just a kind of a good realization that like we are all 100% in this together. And it's crazy how much unknown there is, but then it's also so beautiful to see. Like there's a few things that, like, you know, I'm seeing so many more people out walking outside now, like, than I had seen before. And I'm seeing so many people like spending more quality time with their kids and teaching their kids. Like, how many people, like, you know, didn't, you know, took that time for granted to spend with their kids before, and their spouses, you know. It's just, it is really powerful to know like how many new opportunities are being presented to us. Even in this, you know, I mean, it's definitely, this isn't something that any of us wanted or wished for. And obviously I'm a small business owner, and it is very, very stressful. Like, I get it. And my husband's a firefighter, so he's out there and he's, you know, working like crazy. So, from that standpoint, but like, I don't know, it's really interesting. And again, if we look for all the possibilities and the opportunities out there, they're just endless as far as where we're at right now.
Yeah, dude. And then as far as that's kind of my PSA too. Is like, just because we're out of the stay-at-home shelter, it doesn't mean you're cooped up and like stuck in the house. Like, we're outside, we're still, you know, we're enjoying the fresh air, and, you know, hopefully feeling the earth and everything like that. You can still go for a walk. You can still go outside. It doesn't mean you got to be just hermit action, like peeking out the windows, like, oh, I want to go outside kind of thing. It's like, get the fresh air, go for a walk, look at the clouds, kind of just expand your get the eye nutrition. Yeah, my friend Nate, Original Human Movement, says, go outside, look at the sky, look at the mountains, the forest, whatever you're at. Because if you're at home, especially working from home, your vision is always on that screen.
Oh yeah.
And then like I said, with the head control, it's like, kind of just like, look around, dude. Like, just kind of open up and expand. Because then if you're always here, that's how you're gonna feel, right? Because your body posture and everything like that, actually, you're going to kind of open up, freely move, and just kind of just explore, right? So that, especially if you're feeling stressed and everything like that, number one, obviously press reset. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But also just get outside, look at the clouds, breathe, kind of expand and open, kind of take your mind off the, oh, look at that, Canopy Chronicles. Go climb a tree safely. If you guys need some, I got my brother, Trotting Sparrow, Kyle. If you guys need some tree climbing advice, go see him and see us. I love climbing trees, so. But
that's awesome.
No, yeah, same, yeah. Like I said, just kind of go outside, wiggle your toes in the dirt, kind of just move around and stuff, yeah. But as far as like going back to your kids and stuff, what kind of fun activities do you guys have as far as like movement and everything?
Well, there's been a lot of bike riding lately, which has been super fun because my husband and I also got bikes for Christmas, so we've been riding a lot. Yeah. We also climb trees. My husband does, he's an arborist part-time, so we've got a lot of climbing equipment here. So like actual like climbing.
Sick.
I don't know if you can see that tree right there as part of why I bought this house. It's really big. I mean, so is this guy right here, but we've got some really, really big trees. So we've gone pretty high up, which has been super fun. And then like just today we made geodes, egg geodes out of like salt and eggs. And that was fun. And I guess we've been doing basketball. We played basketball. We did a scavenger hunt. We've been identifying birds and different types of plants. I'm like we were supposed to get chickens in a couple weeks, and I'm not sure.
I'm down.
I know. I'm like, I'm not sure if everything is like moving as it was originally planned. But I like am really excited for the kids to get to experience that. And then we've got our garden, which will go in the next little bit. So we'll be planting different vegetables, and I think that's a really cool way for them to like stay active and move. And we do composting, so they're staying pretty active.
Yeah, nice, dude. That's so awesome. You said like, you know, chickens and also gardening. Like, I am gonna set up a garden. I gotta kind of see which, because we just got this spot back in January, so the backyard's got weeds all over the place, which is cool. I love it. It's all green and stuff. But I'm kind of seeing, I haven't gardened before in my life, so I actually got to get some YouTube videos and kind of see how to start a garden. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's actually like you guys are on like the same tip that me and my wife are on, dude, as far as like getting our backyard set. But yeah, do you have any tips for me as far as like starting the garden or something, or are you guys just are you experienced or not really?
I mean, I've been doing it for like the last 7 years, but I don't know that I'm like excellent. But yeah, I mean, we've done different things. We've done different ways, like from starting from seed, or like I have a friend that's a botanist, and she has a garden center. So we bought from her place as well. And usually we just try to hi. And now my daughter's out here too. Can you say hi?
What's up?
Hi.
Hi.
So we usually just pick some stuff that we know for sure that we'll eat or that we can use regularly. And then we have a lot of deer in our yard. And that's not something I've had in the past. I've only lived in this house for a year now. So last year the deer and the bunnies ate everything I tried to plant. So I have a new plan for this year that I am very confident with. We've got like a raised bed that has a cover on it.
Nice.
And so that's been really cool. But yeah, I mean, I think plant for your seasons, and she's fine. And just kind of picking different things that work well. My husband came out to get my daughter. And yeah, I don't know. So we always do like tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchini, squash. I've done like okra. Do you guys do okra out there?
Yeah.
Like what are you gonna plant? Have you thought about it?
I don't know. That's why I actually got to do like research on like I've actually so the native earth-based people here, the indigenous people, is the Mohawk tribe. So I want to actually do more research on like what they did to thrive in this area. You know what I'm saying? And also kind of just to pay respects, you know, because I'm new to the area and everything. So I kind of want to go do more research and see if there's even like any like elders or even like just people of that tribe in my area. So kind of just sit down, talk story, and kind of just, you know, pay my respects, be like, hey, I'm just moving here. Thanks for, you know, being here and everything. And also like, teach me about your ancient, you know, cultivation ways and everything like that. So, but yeah, it's actually going to be pretty interesting. I want to kind of, once this whole shenanigan COVID-19 action dies down, I want to reach out to him. So, but yeah, and I just want to kind of research more as far as like what would thrive in this area. So I'm new to this area, so but yeah,
I'm excited for you guys though.
Cool.
I know you've been working on getting out there, so I'm excited for you guys. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, thanks. So you've actually been knowing about this for since I started, like past like 3-4 years, maybe 4 years already. So
yeah, like were you here, like, was that 2 years ago that you guys came to visit?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, 2 years ago. Yep. Oh shoot, breaking up.
Oh, sorry. Is it me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, here, I'll move closer to my house.
Yep.
Okay. So, but yeah, what's your favorite thing you've been doing with your son? Oop, am I breaking up?
Yeah, so basically doing the capoeira, and then we've actually been doing I got my little mini garage gym set up. So every day around like 5 or 6, we go in the garage, we kind of run around, play around and stuff. So, but yeah, that's basically it, dude. Just kind of doing that, and then playing in the backyard with the slingshot, and then us going on like little adventures in like our weed infested backyard. But yeah, just kind of doing the whole getting used to having our own big space now. So that's actually pretty fun. So
that's awesome. Oh, sorry. I'm walking to try to get closer to where my Wi-Fi signal is, and we've got some really awesome bird nests. So
yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah, the birds have been like all over the place, but I'm not sure if it's that I'm becoming like an old lady, but I'm like really digging the birds, and so I've been like learning about all the birds that are like in our area, and there's a cardinal nest like right next to like the side of our house, which you can actually like see from inside. So the kids have been like watching and like, so like, they just think it's the coolest thing to see the bird making the nest. So it's been really cool. But I walked up and
when you first jumped on, I heard this one bird just tweeting, dude, like super loud. So I was like,
sorry.
You must have got some birds up there. Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah, I love it, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
we have a lot.
As far as kind of going back to OS and like your daily OS practice and everything like that, for someone kind of first learning about original strength and everything, do you have some tips and pointers as far as like how to begin, where to start?
Yeah.
All the good stuff.
So, sure. So, you know, I guess it really kind of depends on, you know, if people are able to maybe connect with someone that can show them some things, or you know, we've got a lot of free resources on Instagram and YouTube, and we have a blog that's got a lot of information as well, and books. But you know, as far as just like a general practice, I mean, you know, usually I'm working with people that are feeling sore and stiff, and or maybe they've got some aches and pains or something like that, you know, just little aches and pains, or big sometimes. And the very first thing that we suggest is that, you know, we start with our breath work. So, I mean, and at our gym, like every single person that I work with, I have them immediately when they come in, like we start every single session with 2 to 3 minutes of deep breathing, no matter where they're at, no matter how much time we have in the session. Like, that is really important, and that is where we start every single session. So I would say, one, for sure, that if you have any kind of movement practice, if you want to feel better, if you want to decrease stress, if you want to sleep better, you need to take time every single day to have breath work added into your day, whether it's before a workout, first thing when you wake up, before you go to sleep, whatever it is. So I would say that's the most simple, easy place to tap in. But otherwise, like, you know, you can tap into the resets, which are, you know, just those very simple movements of like moving your head and eyes around. So you talked about, you know, for everyone that's sitting at home, stuck in their chair or their couch, and they're, you know, on Netflix binging or whatever they're doing, you know, just being able to maybe get onto the floor, breathe a little bit, and move their head up and down. Like, when's the last time that you really looked and moved your head all the way around? Because everything we need is like right here in this position on our phone or on our computer. And so we're here all the time. So taking the time to lay down and move our head side to side can go, even in a chair, can make a huge difference. So those are really simple things you can do. I've got I don't know, how far into it do you want me to go, Serge? Because, you know,
well, we got 15 minutes, so yeah,
okay,
we're good. Yeah, we got tons of time, dude. Yeah, like,
okay.
I
was like,
I'm ready.
Well, if that's
the case.
But you know, I think it's really important to get down on the ground and to get comfortable getting down on the ground. So if you find that it's been a really long time since you've been on the floor, take your time, like get on the floor, get comfortable, roll around. And it doesn't have to be inside. It doesn't have to be like on carpet. Like, it can be out on grass. So like you were saying with with earthing in general, like, and just being outside and having different textures and stuff, like getting down on the floor and doing what we call windshield wipers or egg rolls, which if you want, I can show. I don't know if I need to show. What do you think, Serge? Do we
I guess real quick, yeah.
Okay.
Windshield wipers, egg rolls, yeah. I mean, yeah, we've been kind of sitting around.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to show them then, but let me find a place to put this phone for a second. But so windshield wipers and egg rolls, and then you know, all of those can be done like pretty simply, and no matter what your level is. So you don't need to be an experienced fitness professional. Oh, that's not. I'm a professional for sure. Hold on, let me see. I don't have anything to set my phone on, Serge.
Yeah. No, if not, it's cool. Yeah, I can actually put a link. I can actually scroll through the OS Instagram, then repost.
I got this.
Oh, there we go. We got it.
I got it. Can you see me okay?
Instant. Yep, got you.
So laying down with your arms out wide like this, and just taking your legs side to side. Can you see me?
Yep, got you.
So the trick here is you want to keep your knees together and pointed up towards the palms of your hands. So just getting down on the floor like that, that's really, really good. Feels great on your lower back if you've been sitting on your butt all day or standing all day, which is unlikely in the current situation. Unless you're a medical professional, which thank you, all healthcare professionals.
Yes.
For watching.
Yes.
And then the other one is grab your knees. This is the egg roll. So you'll grab your knees as you're looking down and then kind of look back behind you. So just kind of playing with moving back and forth. I'm not really sure if this is working, Serge, but I'm rolling around.
I can fully see you, dude. This is good. Yep.
But yeah, so egg rolls like that. We've got lots of videos. Oops. We've got lots of videos of it in case that didn't make sense. But yeah, so rolling around can be really, really great. Not only is it great because it helps loosen up your body, but it's also great because you're getting that physical contact. Your skin craves touch, craves connection. And so for those of us that are sitting at home and maybe feeling a little disconnected, it can be a really good sensory input for not just your body, like your movement, but for your brain as well, which I think is very, very important. Yeah. And then, so that's one of the key movements there. And then also you hear the birds? Do you hear the birds now?
Oh, dude, yeah. Yep. They cheer you on, dude. It's like, yeah, let's go. Egg rolls is actually, I mean, those two are my favorite, but dude, egg rolls is like my number one. Like, I do egg rolls every day, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I love egg rolls. They're so good for your spine. They move everything. I mean, you're getting the head control there. I mean, it's just a great position, especially when we're used to sitting, in one spot, hunched over all day. So there, and then also I'm just going to show rocking, which I think you also probably do in most of your videos. But just rocking on the hands and knees, going forward and back. This is a great way to kind of reset your spinal position. And the biggest thing is to make sure, head and chest stays up. You can kind of play with the width of your knees and the position of your foot. But so that way, you can kind of reset your posture essentially from your very own home. And I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
No, dude, I got you. Yeah.
Can you hear me, Serge?
Real quick, but no, yeah, I got you. Yep.
Yeah. So those are some of the things. I mean, really, like the breath, like just getting breathing, moving your head around, getting more connected with the floor, moving around can go a really long way. One of the things that's really popular, that is a really good bang for your buck movement is the cross crawl, which I think you're already familiar with, Serge. But
that's
but so that can go a really long way because it's just a simple movement, connecting your opposite limb to the opposite side. So, we'll use cross crawls with your hands to your opposite knee. You can go your forearm or your elbow. And again, just trying to make connections. And you can do that in a seated position. You can do that standing. You can do that sitting in a chair. Lots of different ways. And the cool thing is everybody can do some form of a cross crawl. And why is that important? So it's a gait pattern. So we're kind of reinforcing our walking patterns, reinforcing the connection between your right and your left side of your body and your brain. So as I'm connecting my left hand with my right knee, like both sides of my brain are firing. My brain is basically getting a nice little non-caffeinated coffee break. So I'm getting a nice little brain food tip, like a nice little brain food snack, I guess. My brain's not working. I need to do some more cross crawls.
Snack. Yeah.
I need some more cross crawls, I think.
Yeah.
But it's just a good way to get your brain kind of back on board and help to refocus and reconnect and things like that. So that can go a really long way too. That was really long explanation.
Oh no, that's solid. Yeah, it's funny because like every time you said the the egg roll, like, oh, that's the one. You say cross crawls. Oh, that's the one. I was like, oh, yeah, that's the one. Yeah. And the cool thing is they go a long way, and you don't have to do them like as a workout. It's just movement, and I think that's a big piece too. Is that
you know, I think a lot of time, and I don't necessarily know that all of the people listening here today are not already movers, right? Most of the people here are interested in movement, but for a lot of people out there, we're focused on, you know, that things have to be exercise and not just focusing on things are movement. And so even sometimes we'll get messages on our original strength page like, well, will this make me gain muscle? Can't, you know, I don't, you know, like, or I'm too old to exercise, or like, I don't have time to add this into my workout. Well, who said it has to be part of a workout? Like, why not just practice this as, you know, something like when you take a vitamin, you take vitamins or you brush your teeth every day to prolong your health, to make you feel better and to get you things that you're not. So like vitamins, you take vitamins because they're helping, you know, provide your body with things that maybe you're not getting enough of already. Well, we aren't getting enough movement every single day. So we want to encourage people to move every single day with simple movements like these, so that they can help their body get moving. Because again, most people are sitting 12 hours a day. God, that's sad.
Yeah, right.
And we need to move. Our bodies crave movement, and we were made to move.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's a like legit. It's like there's no barrier of entry. It's like there's no barrier of entry just to do any of these movements. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and also like for me, I kind of whenever I'm doing it, I don't even realize I'm doing it until I'm actually doing it. Like there's times where I'm just moving around, then I kind of just like look around, and it's like, oh shoot, head control, yeah, cool, right on. But then at first, when you first, like, I'm speaking from experience, when you first get into diving into OS like this, like you're gonna start noticing once you you know, consciously start creating time to do this, and then eventually you're gonna notice that you're gonna start doing it without even realizing you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like, so like I was talking about earlier when the whole thing went down, as far as like, okay, stay home shelter, no, we can't go to the gym, you can't see anybody. It was like, oh crap. And then eventually, like once my mind started getting all crazy, I found myself just breathing. It's like slowly, like instantly, I was like, you know, just chill, breathe. Started breathing in and out through my nose, you know, the whole protocol with tongue, breathe from mouth, naturally smiling, breathing. Then after, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm cool. So then I was like, oh shit, I just pressed reset. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so eventually, like, you know, like when you first start off, you consciously, you know, mindfully do this, but then eventually you're going to realize that you're going to be doing it just automatic, which is the beautiful thing with the whole pressing reset. It's like, there's literally no barrier of entry. You know what I'm saying? There's no like protocol. It's like, we can just like right now, like you can just, you know, look left. Okay. Look right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it was like, oh shit, what's that? Ooh. So, but yeah, it's just like super powerful. Yeah. Just speaking from my experience, it's like eventually it gets like interwoven into your life. It's where it's like automatic. Like in the morning, like I wake up, take the first deep breath, and then I smile. And then I just kind of just lay there, do my kind of like it's my laying meditation. I kind of tell myself, just I'm alive. I'm just appreciative of having this breath. Yeah, and then eventually, like I sleep on the ground. So yeah, so
that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so yeah, I actually, me and Elijah, he's been sleeping on the ground with me for the past like since he was like 2. So and then like we try to put him on the bed, but I wake up and like he ends up on the ground with me. But yeah, just like sleeping on the ground has been super helpful too, because like I'm already there. I was like, all right, cool, let me just roll around a little bit, boom, 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 do my upper body rolling, lower body rolling and stuff, and then it takes like legit like a minute or two, and then that just sets my day, big time. And like I said in the beginning, it's kind of more conscious, you know, I actually got to think about doing it, but eventually it's like, okay, automatic, breathe, boom, move. Yeah. So, but
yeah. One of the things I usually suggest people is like, for me, I set my alarm in the morning for 3 minutes before I get out of bed every single morning. And that's when I practice my breathing time. So similar to you, except I set an alarm, and the first 3 minutes, like, I just lay there and I breathe and I think about what I'm grateful for, what I've got to do for the day in a positive way. And it, you know, any mantras, say that for the day, and then my alarm goes off and I carry on with the rest of my day. But that's a really easy way to kind of like get into routine, is just setting that alarm, because you're just laying in bed and it's first thing in the morning.
Yeah. Well, plus too, I'm pretty sure like 99.9% of the people, first thing, obviously, you know, if you use your alarm for your phone, boom, automatic emails, social media. But like here, what we're practicing is you're setting your day your way. You know what I'm saying? So when you're looking at social media, especially now with COVID-19 all getting crazy, like, oh shit, oh, now your nervous system's like, oh crap, fight or flight, right? So now it's like, and then like you said, you start thinking about your days, like, oh crap, now you're in a like, oh crap mode of your to-do list instead of like, oh yes, I get to do this list. You know what I'm saying? So so like it's super powerful. Like even there, like if you guys are listening, follow Danny's advice, get that alarm first thing, and then 2 to 3 minutes, breathe, smile, you're alive, you're here, and then think about your get to do list, right? So that's super powerful because most of the time that's what I started doing too, as far as like not looking at social media first thing when I wake up, because you're already being externally influenced through your friends, your family, depending on who you follow, your emails and all this stuff. So it's all nervous system stuff, dude. So, and then going deeper into with OS, like it's cool because like it's such a low barrier of entry. It's like at first like, okay, these are pretty cool movements, and then I dive deeper into the science, like, oh shit, man, this is fucking cool. This is happening all over. So then there I actually like dove deeper into neuroscience, all like even like biopsychosocial behavior. So it was a very good entry point to just like expand. So thank you guys.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's crazy because it's really so simple to make such a big impact, right? It's so simple to get a big impact, but there's so much complex stuff happening behind the scenes that you don't even realize. Like, and it's so easy to tap into, and it's
because then when it took Always Pro, what was that back in 2016, 2017? Yeah, when it dove even deeper into it, I was like, oh, this is fucking cool. This is amazing. I want more. So, but because then I pretty much I geek out in like all this stuff now, like just like the whole neuroscience behind movement and just behavior in general, and all this good stuff. But we got 7 minutes. Okay, cool. See, I've actually trained myself to check the time because I usually just flow and like the hour passes by so fast. But so today we went over, just your life, what makes you so awesome, your family routine, how you're kind of dealing with this whole COVID-19 as a business owner, got into original strength, what it is, philosophy and all the good stuff, practice and everything. For those of us that kind of just jumped on, I like to always ask this, 2 questions as far as, one is if someone is interested in getting into original strength and press and reset. We kind of went over it already and a little bit with the waking up. What would you tell someone fresh off the street? It's like, hey, I want to press reset right now. What would you tell them?
Well, first of all, I'd say, okay, let's do it. But I would say, okay, start by laying down, taking nice deep breaths in through your nose, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and just focus on breathing deep belly breaths. So not up into the chest, deep into your belly. That's, I would just tell them to start breathing right now.
Nice.
But as far as like, if they want more resources, is that what you're asking?
Yeah. That's no. Yeah. Well, that was good. And then good segue, resources.
Yeah. So if you want more resources or want someone to tell you like exactly what to do or how, there's a couple different options. Now that you're at home and you've got lots of free time, you might have a lot more time to sit down and read a book, which I would recommend, Pressing Reset Reloaded. Or if you're not really looking to spend anything, also just going on our website, and we've ton of free blog contents, and things like that. Yep. Can you hear me? Yep.
Yeah.
So I would suggest checking that out. And then if you're looking for more direct stuff, we've got programs where we literally will take you through, this is how to do your step 1, go ahead and breathe. If you're looking for more of a program, we've got that on our OSI online platform. I would check out the Unlock Your Body program.
Nice. Perfect. And then second question is, for your positive high since we're on the original strength topic, what has your positive high through original strength? What is like one big, powerful, like, aha, it's like, oh man, what is one big, like life-changing insight that happened throughout your positive high original strength journey?
Man, I gotta pick one.
Yeah,
honestly, I would just say that that I have control of the way that I want to perceive something. So, meaning that I have the ability to slow down and become aware with my breath. And that's not necessarily just original strength related, but I do feel like original strength has helped give me an awareness, a self-awareness that I did not have before. So between like taking time to move and knowing that like movement heals and can help clarify your mind and your awareness, I would say that that's probably the biggest aha for me.
Ooh, nice. And then number three, the third thing is, if someone wanted to reach out to you to work with you personally, how would they do so?
Yeah. So you can reach out with a DM either to Original Strength or my personal account, Dani Nicole A, or you can hit us up on OSI Online. So it's osi-online.com or originalstrength.net. We've got tons of resources there, and I'd like a live chat on our site where you can shoot us an email using that form there. So yeah, I don't know.
Right on. We got 2 minutes. This is perfect. Timing is perfect. Yes. All right, Dani. Thank you. So
thank you.
My Talk Story. Thank you so much. I always love talking to you. For real. 100%, dude.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So Dani's an awesome person. You learned that for the past hour. And Original Strength, get on it. It's changed my life, legit. Not only as a coach, but as a person, like for real. And like you said, tons of resources. You guys have a buttload of videos on YouTube. So it's like you guys can just bang out a whole, however long this thing lasts, you guys can go on their YouTube and just go bananas with the ground movement and just pressing reset all day, dude. So I want to say thank you so much. Mahalo. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, man, for real. Yeah, just keep being you. I appreciate you. Every Thursday, have my Positive High Talk Story. Next week, I got another guest coming on, so stay in tune with that. Other than that, guys, remember, like Dani said, we're in this together. We're here. It's nothing but good that's going to happen through this. I know we're all going through this, but we're in this together. If you need help with anything, reach out to Dani, reach out to me. Feel your positive high, press reset, and just breathe. All right? Nice smile, yep, all day. All right, Dani, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mahalo. Have a good day.
Bye.
And then we did spam dance. Spam dance. Let's go spam dance. All right, dude.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Aloha.